One of the big concepts that marketers are grappling with at the moment is this thing called brand stories or branded content. And in this particular conversation, we're going to look at that and how it relates to young South Africans. And we're joined now by Catherine Bothma, who's the Managing Director of HDI Youth Marketeers. Catherine, a very warm welcome to you. Maybe just by way of beginning, let's talk about context. What exactly is a brand story?
Well, I think the understanding for me is quite simple. I've been with HDI for 21 years, and it was a brand that was created in someone's garage, Liesel's garage, because she had this absolute passion to make a change in young people's lives, and that has been the baseline of our program or our brand story all along. It always has to be a memorable experience for the target market. It always has to be measurable. So when you create these brand stories, you're looking at who do I want to tell the story to. So whether I'm one of the big brands of South Africa that has done really well in the Sunday Times Generation Next Awards, or whether I'm a company that the brand story to tell, it starts with me and what it is that I want to communicate to the target market. And I think your story has to be authentic. I think you have to be true to what it is that you're speaking out there and what it is that you are offering out there, because the target market catches you out so quickly. There's just so many stories out there, and the ones that are really true to themselves are the ones that pop out and speak the truth at the end of the day.
So in terms of creating that authenticity or the truth that you refer to, what's the strategy, what's the approach as far as HDI is concerned?
I think it's built into us. It's so interesting. We sometimes hear, oh, this brand did some collaboration with that celebrity, and at the end of the day, then you go, that was not a good brand connection, because that celebrity isn't telling that story for that brand so well. So I think you can sometimes get it horribly wrong, and sometimes you can get it absolutely right. So I think when you have people that have got a good culture and a good work ethic, and they just gel and they just mix and they speak the same language, that's when every little puzzle piece fits together and starts working well for your brand. And then the stories create themselves. I think when you've got a good brand story, it never has an ending. It has that space where you go, oh my goodness, look what's happening over here in the industry. Can we pick that up and take it into our story with us? Because then you become relevant. And if you're not relevant, no one's going to listen to you.
So it's very important then to have the right set of communication tools to understand and to reach and to quantify the thinking around this market. What exactly are those tools?
Okay, so we never assume to think we know all the answers. So we are continuously doing research and insights and understanding. I think, Jeremy, when you have to dye your hair and get rid of grey hair and stuff like that, and you realize, oh my goodness, I'm not young anymore, I can't think like the youth anymore. So we have a junior board of directors, so we have these youngsters that sit in our office. There's a kids board, a teen board, and a young adult board, and often we just ask them a very blatant or basic question.
All very well and good, but give me an example.
So you spoke about, oh my goodness, we're in a recession since yesterday. How's this going to affect the youth, and how are they thinking about it? Are we going to see a change in the type of money that they spend? Are they going to stop buying data? And like you rightfully said, absolutely not. Data is going to be the number one thing on that list that they're never going to stop doing or using, because it's their way of collecting information. So I think that by doing the understanding, for us, that's a trigger to how do you start this brand story? Which communication vehicle is the best? And we've always, you hear, oh, TV is dead, and it's not. You hear the newspapers are dead, it's not. You have to do almost like a 360 degree on, you have to have face-to-face. There's no way in this type of marketplace you're going to have a relationship with someone or a relationship with a brand and you're not going to have a physical influence on them. Then they need to see you on TV. They need to see you in their digital space. So you're never going to ignore the digital side of the story. If you can play in all of those and do a 360 degree, what a great way to tell your story. If you just walk into this going, I'm only going to do face-to-face, then you're going to be dead in the water. If you're only going to do TV, if I'm only going to do digital. And the buzzword in the marketplace is now digital, 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 digital. We'll just do digital. It solves everyone's problems. But I don't necessarily think that that's the way to go.
Catherine Bothma, Managing Director of HDI Youth Marketeers, thank you very much.